It's bitter cold out there right now, man. It's bitter cold, and I got a zoo of dogs playing behind me, you little suckers. Today in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a pulley loop rig to go and hunt the flatties. They're coming, man. So let's get it done. Stick around. Alright guys, for this rig, you're going to need the usual stuff. You're going to need a rig body. I would say at least 60 pounds. I don't know. I always use 60 pound for my rig bodies. Never really had an issue. I'm using the Suffix zippy stuff. This is what I always get. You'll need something for your hook lengths. I like to use Oblivion. It's almost like a fluorocarbon, but it's mono. I'm using 20 pound for my hook lengths. I've got some ASO 15 pound classic, and instead of crimps or silicone tubing, I'll use this for the crimp. You'll need a pulley bead, some beads to protect your knots with. I'm using really small beads because I feel that with smaller beads it cuts down on the resistance during cast. You need a bait clip, you need a cascade swivel, and you'll need 2 smaller swivels, and you'll need 2 hooks. I'm using number 2 wormers for this one because I'm actually going to use it for some place. To get started, what you're going to want is your rig body. Your rig body should be about 3 or 4 feet. And what I do really is I get one end and take it all the way out, arm's length, and then I'll touch my nose with the other side, and that's about 3 feet or so. We'll start with the bottom first. So you'll want to take your bait clip, lead clip, bait clip, lead clip, whatever, and you want to fasten that on. Just do a half blood knot. Like so. Don't forget to wet these knots, guys, so there's no friction. Just tighten that down. Snip your tag end off. Then the next thing you're going to want is one of your beads. With this rig, you should only need 2 of these guys. You're going to take the... So you want a bead. And then one of your small swivels. Another bead. Your pulley bead. You take another bead. Like so. Then you put your other swivel on. I like to use the small swivels so they're not too bulky for the flatfish, because the flatfish they're really tiny, so we don't want anything major spooking them. Half blood knot again. Wet it, tighten down your knot. Snip off the tag end. And that's your rig body done. Okay, you can either do it now or do it afterwards. I'll go ahead and I'll do it right now. But you'll want to put a stop knot on. So I'll take some of this 15 pound line. And I'll do my stop knot. Alright, now that you've got your stop knot done, or your crimp, or your silicone tubing, or what have you, whatever you're going to use, I just use the stop knot because that's what I had available. But that's your rig body done. So you've got a lead link, bead, swivel, bead, stop knot, crimp, silicone tubing, whatever you want to use. It's about 3 feet, just under 3 feet of rig body, a pulley swivel, a bead, and another small swivel. Now what we'll do, we will do the hook lengths. And we'll start with the bottom hook length, so then that way we can measure our top hook length properly. So you get whatever line you're going to use for your hook lengths, and you want to make out about 18 inches. So you cut off your 18-inch piece, and that is the part that goes onto your swivel. So you tie that onto your swivel. The other end of your hook length, you want to tie on to this part of your cascade swivel. This is what will make the loop. Now for your hook bit, you don't want very much hook length. So we'll take off maybe 6 inches. Tie your hook on. Cut your tag end off. And then this goes on to the loop bit of your cascade swivel. Tighten that down. And then your bottom hook length done. Except you gotta cut your tag end off. Like so. When you tie this on, make sure, when you tie the cascade swivel on, make sure that the line coming from your rig body ties to the funny looking bit. You want this little hook piece pointing down, because that's where your top hook's gonna hook up to. Now we'll do the top hook. For your top hook length, you only want it about, I don't know, let's put it onto the swivel first. Keep it on your spool. I always keep mine on my spool so I don't make it too long and there's not much waste. Now you want to position your pulley bead 2 or 3 inches so the swivel is away from your pulley bead about 2 or 3 inches. Grab both pieces with your fingers, run it all the way down to about that far away from your lead link. That's what I would do anyway. You can make it a little bit longer, but I'll make it a little bit longer to compensate for the knot. Just like that. Then you attach your hook on with your half blood knot or any knot. You don't have to use a half blood knot. Any knot that you feel confident with. I feel confident with this one, so I'll use it. Tying her down. Tag end off. And that's your rig. Now you've got your rig all built. You've got your pulley bead, a bead, swivel, top hook length, then your rig body, stop knot or crimp or silicone tubing or whatever you're using, bead, swivel, bottom hook length, bead, lead clip, and on your bottom hook length you've got about an 18-inch piece, cascade swivel, and about a 5 or 6-inch piece. Then get your lead. Really sorry if this is confusing, man. Like I say, every time I do these, it's confusing to me. So you get your lead on your lead link. You want to take your bottom hook, hook it onto the clip, take your top hook, hook it on to your cascade swivel. Make sure you get some tension on there. And there you go. That is what you should look like at the bottom. That loop should be an almost perfect loop. Then when it hits the water, this little guy right here will push this hook off. Bing. And there you go. You got two hooks in the water for your place or flounder or something. The theory behind this rig is you have your pulley bead, you get a fish on your top hook, and it's tugging on your bottom hook, hopefully stirring some stuff up on the bottom, and you get one on the bottom hook as well. There you go, man. That is a pulley loop rig. If it was confusing to you like it was to me, let me know in the comments. We'll do it again. We might do it on a live. No, I can't do it on a live because then I can't edit out mistakes. But it's good, man. It's good for flatfish. Even the small hooks. You want small hooks for flatfish. Flatties don't have giant mouths. Unless you get a big Norway halibut or a California halibut or wherever there's halibut. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider clicking that subscribe button. If you didn't, let me know. Because that was weird, man. There are better ones on the channel. Go check it out. See you later.